Snods here. I'm not bitter, just better.
Not bitter, just better. The all-new Everton podcast.
Okay, so it's
biggest game of the season.
Yeah,
it is, isn't it?
Welcome once again to our YouTube listeners, and this is our Arsenal preview.
And we're both very nervous. I've been thinking about the game all week. It seems as soon as the full-time whistle blew last Saturday, that was straight in my mind. And what I will say at the moment is, there seems to be a lot of confidence from Everton fans, doesn't it? Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not too sure.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? I think, our performance wasn't great at the weekend against West Ham, but Arsenal lost against Stoke.
Yeah, they did, and again, I don't know whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. A surprising result, really. Arsenal were away at Stoke, and they lost 1-0. I would say that pretty much ended their hopes of winning the league, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, especially the way Chelsea beat us the week before. So, they scored that goal in the 93rd minute. I think that, and just the form of Man City, I think they're going to be battling it out first and second. So this could be, Arsene Wenger's real hope for silverware for the first time in 9 years, isn't it?
Well, it is, because as we know, they got beaten at the Champions League 2-0 by Bayern Munich at the Emirates. So they've got to go to the Baines ground and score 3. I don't think that's going to happen realistically.
There's been
shocks, and I'm sure they'll have a go, but realistically, I don't think they're going to do that. So you're looking pretty much at the FA Cup being their last hope. So whereas in the last round against Liverpool, they sort of made a few changes, didn't they? They bought, is it Sonogo? I always get his name wrong.
Yeah, Sonogo.
They brought him up front, didn't they? They brought Jenkinson in at right back for Sanya. Made quite a few little changes, knocking around. Now brought in a few midfielders.
They dropped Szczesny, didn't he? I can never say his name. Szczesny, that's the one.
Fabianski.
Yeah, that's the one.
So, quite a few changes there. Will they do that against us at the weekend? That's a way to be seen, really, isn't it? There is talk today that...
I think they will.
Yeah, I sort of think they will as well for some, because Wenger seems to have this sort of, strange stubbornness about him, doesn't he? Where he just thinks, well, I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. I don't care what the fans want me to do.
I think he was the original. I think he's the original at doing that, playing the kids in the cup. I think Alex Ferguson followed shortly after, and then since then, it seems like the trendy thing to do, to play a lot of second string.
It does, but at the moment, Arsenal fans are crying out for him not to do that, aren't they? But he does seem to have a stubborn streak, and I think there's talk today about Kim Kallstrom, who he signed in January transfer window, possibly making his debut.
What a legend he was.
On Football Manager again. You need to get this thing about mixing up Football Manager and the real world out your head. So possibly that indicates that maybe we will see Sonogo up front again and Jenkinson at right back, and a couple of other people coming in.
They've still got, they'll still have Flamini in, won't they? He's kind of fringe at the moment. They'll still have a lot of quality on there. They'll probably still go with Arteta in the middle. They'll probably still have Cazorla, featured at some point.
They're not going to play Arteta and Flamini. Do you not think? Do you think they'll play both of them instead of Wilshere? Do you think?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm expecting Everton to put out a full strength side. Anything less, Joel in goal, maybe.
Yeah, that's the debate, isn't it? And I think you were proved right last time, and I think
we'll see Joel in goal.
I think it'll happen again.
Yeah, so do I. But other than that, I think it's going to be as strong as it comes, really. And we've already talked in length about whether Barkley will start or not. I don't think he will. Well, actually, no, that's wrong. I said I personally would pick Naismith to play in that position. At the way he's playing at the moment. However, I think there is a chance he might start. It wouldn't be my choice, but I think there is a chance he might.
We've got another game. You know, that England game tonight. If Barkley comes on...
Oh, we could have a worldie.
If he has half an hour tonight and makes a big impact, that could really sway the decision on his fitness at the weekend. So,
I'll have that.
You know, it is an early kick-off. It's 12:45 kick-off. So, you know, whether that, you know, those extra couple of hours really matter. You know, we've got to get through those internationals without any injuries as well, though, haven't we?
Yeah. So as we said, there's a lot of confidence knocking about. Even though we've not won at the Emirates for however many years, you know, it's getting on for a long while now, isn't it? We have had some decent performances there, haven't we?
Well, none more so than earlier on this season when we went there and got a 1-1 draw. But not only that, we bossed that game for the first half at the very least. Absolutely outplayed Arsenal through most of that game. So that was full strength Arsenal as well.
It was, yeah, and so it's such a tough one to call for me. What we have found through the week is though things have started to stack up against us. It all started with our ticket allocation being cut in half. So obviously, you know, tickets have been impossible to get hold of, haven't they, this week? And there's going to be 5,000 Blues going down there who will sing their heart out for the lads. But it would have been nice for it to be 9,000.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be one of those 5,000.
We're not going. I mean, even if I'd got a ticket, I wouldn't have been able to go because I've got no leave left in work coming up to April.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. I'd love to have been there. I'm on nights at the weekend, so I'll be getting up to watch the game.
Gutted.
And then hopefully the 5,000 go down can do us proud, and
I'm sure they will
be an extra player for us down.
I mean, whenever we you know we haven't managed to go, or whenever we have managed to go, you know, we've been part of that. You know, out singing at any of the home fans, and also whenever we've caught it on the telly, all you can hear is the Everton fans and the Ali-Ali-Oos and all the Everton songs, can't you? So
I'm sure it'll be the same, because when you think about it, they're probably, out of the two sets of fans, the Arsenal fans are probably going to be the more tense, would you say? We've got nothing to lose, because as I say, we got drawn against Arsenal, we got drawn away at Arsenal, we had our ticket allocation cut, and we've now found out this week that Mark Clattenburg is the referee. Who, you know, if you'd asked anybody who they least wanted to referee this game, it would have been Clattenburg. There's
some funny ones, isn't there? They said, and all, you know, people, when you put that, and some people commented said, oh yeah, and Kalina's going to be the fourth official or the linesman as well. So really, basically stitching us up.
Yeah.
But there's been a few optimistic shouts saying, "Good, he owes us one."
Well, I don't know. Even the kick-off time now is not in our favour, is it? You know, getting all the way down to London for the 12:45 kick-off.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't help the Evertonians, and probably doesn't help our players as well, who, you know, probably go down the day before anyway. And so it's a toughie, and it's a tough one to predict. And my heart says we might be able to get a draw and get them back to Goodison. I think we're going to get beat. It just strikes me of, you know, one of these games where we put in a really good effort, and we play well, but something goes against us. I've got this horrible feeling someone's going to get sent off. Like maybe a John Stones, or, you know, there is talk Jack Yelka possibly might come back and be fit for the game. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether I'm trying to cry the win here. I'm really
go
play down our chances. But feel like we're going to get knocked out.
It is such a big game, you know, 90 minutes away from Wembley again, and, you know, a really whether you want to go into Europe that way or another, you know, you're 180 minutes away from a European place, and the very realistic proposition of some much needed silverware, and it's within touching distance. If we beat Arsenal at the weekend, some of those teams left in the draw, you've got to fancy it, haven't you?
You have, and obviously Man City are more than likely still going to be there, but there's no one else really who's not very beatable left in it.
But City are beatable, aren't they, at the weekend? Although they won the Capital One Cup at the weekend, you know, but Sunderland took the lead, and
it's a great argument that they're beatable, however they won the game 3-1.
Yeah, but Sunderland, you wouldn't put Sunderland anywhere near our capabilities, and, you know, they took the game to them for the majority. Well, for you know, for the best part of an hour. even beyond an hour, and then City just kind of sucker punched them, and then went 2-1 up within the space of 2 minutes, and then got a breakaway one at the end. So
I know you don't like to predict, so I'm not going to ask for a prediction, but have you got a certain level of confidence we can get through this tie?
I can never be confident with it. It's one of those things. For over the years, I've been confident before going into games, and we've had our arses handed to us. So it's one of those. I'm not pessimistic about it.
I don't want to be miserable about it either. We can do it. There's no reason why we can't go there and we can't win. It is possible. We have got the players to do it, and we are due one. I just got this feeling, and whether that, as you say, it's because I've supported Everton for a long time and I know what tends to happen. I've just got this feeling that we won't win.
Well, a draw wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We've got a little bit of fixture build-up, but imagine bringing them back to Goodison.
Well, we get them back, not the immediate Wednesday, but the week after, and it'll be a night game at Goodison, and,
so,
I'd really fancy us then.
Yeah, so if you can get them back to Goodison, I think that would be, that'd be a great result.
Yeah.
Goodison under the lights, and then just go out there and put on a show. I mean, that's obviously, it'd be great to get through on Saturday, but realistically, I think that's a very achievable result there.
It is, and we need this. I mean, I've been trying to think for the last 10 minutes as we were discussing this, who to pick as my man to watch. It's difficult because we won't know what sort of team they'll put out, and they've also got so many good players, haven't they? So it is difficult. All the obvious ones are there, like the likes of Wilshere, Giroud, who's got quite a few goals for them this season. But I think I'm actually going to go for Santi Cazorla.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of quality, hasn't he?
He came off the bench against Liverpool, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he did well. So yeah, he's a quality player, isn't he? He's just one of those, just busy, always wants the ball, always seems to play the right ball, and dangerous player.
He's a player that I'd love to see at Everton. So there you go. Fingers crossed, I think, is going to be the motto for Saturday. And I just hope all the Blues who are going down there have a safe journey. They all get there on time, don't have any messing about, and they sing their heart off for the lads.
Yeah, and hopefully, as we said last week, we'll probably be recording Wednesday again next week. Hopefully we have a nice refreshing. Next
week could be the happiest podcast you've ever heard.
It could be, and it could be, biggest game of the season. Could be the happiest podcast of the season.
Correct.
So we'll leave that there. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Thanks to all our listeners on SoundCloud. If you haven't subscribed to us already on iTunes, go and check us out. Just search Not Bitter, Just Better. Or you can just listen to SoundCloud every week. We put the link out every week anyway. So again, thanks for listening, everyone. Catch you all next week.
We're on the march with Bobby's Army. We're all going to Wembley.